every song's different as far as the writing is concerned. It's funny. I feel like this time everything was kind of so creative that sometimes a song would come just from a vocal idea and then we'd build the music around it, or from a song that I wrote on the piano, or a riff that Terry had on the guitar. It's really cool. Every song sort of had a life of its own. Call Me When You're Sober started with me at the piano, and when I first was writing it, I definitely didn't think it was a song for the record, or maybe not even a song for Evanescence. It was just kind of fun. I was just like playing what I felt like, and it was just almost like I was being funny. And I don't know why. It's sort of like more that bluesy melody, so I wasn't taking myself seriously, but I loved it so much, and then Terry wrote that awesome riff in it, so yeah, it ended up ruling. I ended up wanting it for the first single. When I wrote Call Me When You're Sober, I definitely was just speaking about the relationship, and that was this big thing in my life at the time that I was finally like writing about, and it felt so good to say no. But at the same time, definitely looking back at that time in my life and everything that was going on, it started to mean more and more to me about people in my life and the band's life. They were just bringing it down and making everything more complicated than it had to be. So it actually applies to a lot of things now. Yeah, we didn't change the treatment very much. I think the first thing that Mark gave us was really good. There were a couple little things that we tweaked, just that, I don't know, there was one part where I was supposed to straddle the guy, and I had that part cut out. And I remember that Mark said about the part, I said, okay, I'm uncomfortable with this, so I'm not going to like get up all on this guy's lap. And he said, oh, okay, you know, I figured you were going to pull that part out, but you can't blame a guy for trying. So, and I laughed, and I thought that was really cute and funny. I'm not going to let him pull a fast one on me. Actually, we shot it at the Pantages Theater in Hollywood, which it's funny, like first walking in, I was like, I hope this works, because it looks like this old Hollywood. It's got a lot of gold, and if you look really close, you can't see it in the video, but there's like statues of like, I don't know, there's like a guy like recording something on old film and all this movie stuff, but they made it look like this Gothic mansion, so it's really awesome. The reason we picked it was for the staircases, for that scene going down the staircase and all the beautiful carpeting and everything. And it was all shot there. It's really cool. The whole dance sequence thing with the girls was in the treatment, and it's something about it that I thought, okay, this could either be really amazing or like backup dancers and be really cheesy. So the way it turned out amazingly is really what I was hoping for. It just looks so wicked. So I was excited, but no, I didn't have anything to do with the choreography. They had an awesome choreographer. And the first time I saw it was that day, and I came in and I was like, okay, like we're going to show you a little dance sequence. Like, okay. And we watched it, and I was just blown away. I thought it was the coolest. And the girls were really, really sweet. It's one of my favorite parts of the video, for sure. I think doing music videos is just about the extent of acting I want to do. It's really fun. I love doing it, and I'm like, yes, I love this. But I don't think I could do that for a living. It's not only is it really hard, like physically and everything else, it's just a really big job. It's also like you're sort of acting. Like, I guess I always want to sort of be real and be myself, and at least, you know, on stage with our music, I feel like I'm expressing my own feelings. I think it'd be really hard to be an actor and be faking it all the time.
I prefer playing like heavier, like electric, big shows with the whole full production, just because I can just get out there and just do whatever I want, you know. I'm very comfortable in that situation, and I can just jump off stuff, knock stuff over, whatever, you know. It's a rock show. You can do whatever you want, basically, as long as you play the notes right. So I prefer that. I was on the set, we were there, I guess it was like 3-day shoot or whatever, and I was there a lot of hours on those days, and, you know, our part, the band part was done in like 2 to 3 hours. You know, we just got up there and threw down for about 3 hours. They got everything they needed, and everything else was acrobatic little tiny women and makeup and everything else. But it was a lot of stuff going on there. There was a lot of people involved in it, and it was interesting to see, you know, how they were doing all that stuff with the wires and making Amy levitate and all that stuff. It was really cool. I wanted to take the wolves home. I really like the wolves, but they wouldn't even let me pet them. I was just joking around, you know. I was like, oh man, I want to touch them, I want to pet the dogs and love them. They're like, no, you can't do that. They wouldn't let me play with the wolves because I made a joke that I wish I had my laser pointer, because my dog's at home, you know, I play with the laser pointer and they chase it and they want to get it, you know. And the lady was like, no, these are wild animals. You can't do that. Like, I'm really going to do that with wolves, but whatever. She wouldn't let me play with them, so that sucked.